Main Street is fairly quiet right now, but when that truck opens up, the crowds come out. Part of this sidewalk along the side of Fulmer Hall has been fenced off for months because bricks have been falling from the side of the building. Police are still investigating what exactly led up to shots being fired, but when we get more information, we'll be sure to let you know. A brutal murder in Des Moines. I'll tell you what court documents say about the motive, pointing to a love triangle, plus how a roommate got involved in the aftermath. Their ideas are still up in the air and could take some time to fall into place, providing little solace to those looking for help. But when asked about the two different logos, students we spoke to didn't even realize the new logo existed.
I'm going to have intern Albert spin in circles the entire time we do this interview so he gets really dizzy, and then we'll kind of have an idea of what it's like. So thank you, Albert. But Ted Hutter's back, and we're talking. How you feeling about this, Albert?
Oh, no. Well, you know, when I woke up at 1 a.m. this morning, I didn't see myself doing this.
You keep going, buddy. This is internship. This is learning at its best. But Niku, you better take it away.
I love it.
Whoa, no!
Oh! Yes,
I'm okay.
thumbs up. He's good. Good.
Now on Cairo 7 News.
Persons of interest wanted in a deadly shooting. We'll show you who Renton police are looking for. And COVID reinfections are increasing. We're tracking the highly contagious Omicron subvariants sweeping the country. Plus, new threats as a fire in Yosemite grows. A look at the efforts to save ancient sequoias. Hi there, and thanks so much for joining us for Cairo 7 News. I'm Albert James. The Tacoma-Pierce County Health Department is investigating its first probable case of monkeypox. This comes just 4 days after health officials in King County said local transmission of the disease is likely. A 14-year-old is recovering after a shooting in the northeast Seattle neighborhood of Lake City. It happened early yesterday morning, just after 12:30, on Lake City Way Northeast near Northgate Way. A U.S. Coast Guardsman on his way to his new posting here in Seattle says thieves stole most of his family's possessions. Bo Parch says he, along with his wife and 4 kids, lost everything. The theft happened Saturday night outside the Best Western Hotel on South Hosmer Street in South Tacoma. The family's red 2005 Ford F-350 with Michigan license plates, along with a Jeep Grand Cherokee on a trailer, were taken. The trailer and Jeep were recovered yesterday, but the truck is still missing along with all his family's belongings.
My boots, my pants, my blouse, my undershirts, my belt, everything that I have for work is gone.
When people are finding themselves with all of their things packed into their vehicle, what do you suggest?
It's all of your worldly possessions. But when we go on a vacation of a family of 6, we always pack with the intent to unpack every single time we stop. If it's just stopping to go to the restroom, we always leave, an adult with the vehicle. If it's to go in for the night, it's a pain. It is such a pain to pack and unpack. But as a police officer, I see this so often.
Parch and his family have set up a GoFundMe page. You can find a link to it on our website, Cairo7.com. Bumpy roads, cracked sidewalks, and aging buildings. All of those things are getting renewed attention as Congress resumes work on 2 multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure bills. Executive Director of Logistics and Deferred Maintenance Craig Cole says that the university has had to delay large maintenance projects over the past few years because there isn't enough money to address them as they come up.
Our backlog of deferred maintenance at WSU is in excess of $1.6 billion.
That backlog largely consists of building systems, utility distribution lines, and the underground tunnel system that carries those lines. Part of this sidewalk along the side of Fulmer Hall has been fenced off for months because bricks have been falling from the side of the building. The university has been lobbying for funds to address this and other deferred projects, and soon there may be some reward. Assistant Vice President for Federal Engagement and Advocacy, Glenda Becker-Fenter, has been talking with lawmakers to make sure the university gets something out of the packages.
On both sides of the aisle, when we have conversations with our delegation about the need to make this investment, they recognize that there's a problem.
Congress is still finalizing details on how they'll move the bills along, leaving WSU guessing how much they'll actually get and when.
Until the bill is signed by President Biden, it's not final. Things can change between now and then.
Even as the details aren't set in stone, Becker-Fenter says that the need for additional infrastructure funding is too important to delay any longer.
This has a real impact on our students' ability to remain competitive and our students' ability to support our stakeholders around the state.
Fire department calls are up 22% compared to this time last year. That number may seem big, though Pullman Fire Chief Mike Heston has more context.
So last year we were down with all the COVID challenges, about 13%. So actually we're probably only up about 10 or 12% this year.
So far this year, PFD has responded to over 2,200 fire and medical calls. Firefighter Scott Compertor responds to a wide frequency of calls every time he's on a 24-hour shift.
Anywhere from 5 to 20 would be average.
On one shift, he even took on 25 different calls. Heston says his department has handled the increased volume. The department has been able to serve the community with just 2 fire stations. But as the city grows, Pullman hopes to open a 3rd station here on the east side of town. Heston says that average call response times are getting longer as housing developments and more businesses pop up all over town.
We need to stay up with that growth and make sure our response times are staying within the standards.
There are ways the community can help the department keep everyone safe.
Be aware of your surroundings when you're cooking. Don't leave things unattended. When the building fire alarm goes off, evacuate the building so we can do our job.
Don't be afraid to call us. We are more than happy to respond. Doesn't matter what time of day.
You've probably seen this logo everywhere, at the entrance to campus, on university vehicles, and even on classroom clocks. It's the official logo of WSU, or at least it used to be. In September, it was replaced by this new look in an effort to update the university's brand identity. Vice President for Marketing and Communications Phil Weiler says the update reflects WSU as a statewide system of 6 campuses and improves the recognizability of the iconic Cougar head.
The vast majority of times someone is going to see a WSU logo is on a screen. And so we wanted to make sure that we had a logo that was identifiable at a variety of sizes.
The university believes the new look better represents the entire WSU system. But when asked about the 2 different logos, students we spoke to didn't even realize the new logo existed. Have you seen the new logo before?
No, this is my first time seeing it.
Have you seen this one before?
No.
Have you seen this new one before?
Probably not. I've honestly barely seen the old one.
Students praise the logo for being clean and more modern, though most of them believe that the old logo is a better fit.
I feel like this older one does.
So you like the new one, but you think the older one fits the university more?
Yes.
Weiler says that feedback has been overwhelmingly supportive and that in the end, it's a person's time, not just the logo, that has an impact.
That's going to be sort of the visual representation of that human experience they had on campus.
If you've ever been on Moscow's Main Street late at night, you've probably seen this yellow truck. The Grub truck, first rolled out in 2013, serves various flavors of gourmet mac and cheese. Manager Joseph Woodall has had a connection with the rig since his days as a student at the University of Idaho.
When I was going to school here, I came to Grub Truck a lot, too often, got too much mac and cheese, spent too much money.
A key part of the truck experience is their online live stream. With cameras rolling on every angle around the truck, the feed has had some notable moments.
A guy tried giving his girlfriend a piggyback ride, and then they just went forward, and so she went like over his head and just like slammed her head.
And there's even moments like this.
Hey, Brad, some asshole's peeing on your car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, what the f***?
Yeah. Get him, Brad. Hey, don't pee on my car!
Main Street is fairly quiet right now, but when that truck opens up, the crowds come out.
I've never thought about putting pesto in mac and cheese before, but ooh, I'm sold.
What keeps you coming back?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
Carbs.
Yeah.
There's always interesting people congregated around there.
Woodall says the key to their success is the customer experience, which won't be changing anytime soon.
I need to show up and do the things I've been told to do, that I've been shown to do, and it worked for the last 8 years and it's only growing, and we're just gonna keep the ship going.
In Moscow, Albert James, Murrow News 8.